Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we're in Minecraft again today. We're going to be working on some things around the command center on the Mushroom Island, hopefully filling in some walls, making it feel a little bit more complete. We may have to go do some resource gathering, maybe move some mycelium around the island. We'll see. I want to try and get the floors and some of the ceiling in, so we'll try to make a decision there. I don't know about the lighting. That stuff we might have to play around with, but we're going to get some stuff done. There's always something to do around here. It's feeling oddly thin. I don't like how the walls are feeling really kind of flimsy, so I might try to put something out around the outside of it just to kind of figure things out. The octagon shape, maybe we'll sort that out. We had a lot of fun on stream yesterday. We finished up the Darth Vader helmet from Lego, so that is on the Joel Duggan VODs YouTube channel now. And on Thursday we pre-recorded some stuff with pixel riffs for the spawn chunks. And so after stream today, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be pre-scheduling those podcasts. Just because it's a holiday break doesn't mean you're going to miss anything. There are going to be episodes of the spawn chunks on the 22nd and on the 29th, and then we're back on the 5th. So it's going to be available every week on your favorite podcasting app. The Citadel Cafe is still in the editing hopper, but I hope to have that out by say Monday or Tuesday. And last but not least, on Monday is normally where I podcast and record with pixel riffs, but we've already done all the pre-recordings. So we're going to do a co-stream and we're going to be playing Enshrouded on Twitch. So that is happening at noon my time, I believe. I'll double check on the time and let everyone know in the Discord. But if you want to check out a Monday stream from me, which is not normally when I stream, around noon, we're going to be playing Enshrouded. It'll be my first time. Pixel riffs has already been playing for a little bit, so he's going to kind of help me get started. I'm going to join his world, I think, or at least his game, and we'll go from there. But it should be a good time. I've been wanting to try out Enshrouded for a while, and I've also wanted to branch out and try new games and do a little bit more over the holidays, so you can look forward to more games as well. I've got my eyes on a couple of games that are on sale as well, so I might try to do that over the holidays. So I'm probably going to stream next week. So Wednesday's Christmas Eve, so probably not Christmas Eve, but I will probably stream on Tuesday next week, and then probably in between Christmas and New Year's as well. So keep an eye out for that. Hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. Our inventory is still full of stuff from the last time we were messing around with some design ideas. We're just gonna rip this out. Why does everything fall? Gravity, Joel, that's why. I'm realizing that we actually have enough shulker boxes that we could actually build with them as building blocks, which is kind of fun. I like that idea. So last time we were down here working on these designs, and I know I don't like the deep slate, so we can tear that out. That's not happening. And then looking at this one, what do we think? Do we like the left or the right? I don't know if this is going to stay white. It might not. Left? You like the slabs? Slabs are better than the big blocks, and you like the stone better than the terracotta? Yeah, I definitely don't like either one of these, so we can tear this out. I'll leave the lights where they are, because we're probably just going to need to keep those. You like the left as well? Oh crap, my coffee's in the other room. Someone just mentioned coffee in chat. I was like, wait a minute. I normally have a cup of coffee when I'm sitting here. We will have to fix that. Moira with a 40 stream watch streak. That's amazing. Thanks ever so much. Always good to see you. Hope things are well. All right, give me 1 second. There is eggnog in my coffee, and I am happy. That time of year where there's eggnog in everything. There was eggnog in my pancake cakes this morning. Imagine that. Let me do that, is it? Eggnog and pancakes? Yeah, I love pancakes, and I love eggnog in the pancakes. It's not a lot. It's my pancake recipe calls for 1 cup of milk. So all you do is just replace some of that milk with eggnog, and I have found over the years that about 1/3 cup eggnog and then 2/3 cup milk is just about right. It doesn't even really taste like eggnog. It just gives them kind of like a holiday smell. So it's not that strong. The only thing you got to worry about is that if you put a lot, like if my pancake recipe does not have a lot of sugar in it, so it's not that big of a deal. But if your pancake recipe has a lot of sugar, then you'd want to dial back the sugar a little bit because there's going to be sugar in the eggnog. Yes, Mikatu. Pancakes like American style pancakes, not crepes. Not European style pancakes. I think are a little bit more like crepes. No, these are fluffy buttermilk pancakes. Like they're fairly big. Actually, you know what? If you go to Instagram right now, there's a picture of them from this morning. Instagram.com/JoelDuggan. I don't know why I gave you the web address. It's just Joel Duggan on Instagram. Nobody uses the Instagram on the web. It's all on app for most people. I think I do think I like the stone. I like the dark though. I just wish we had other. I wonder what it would look like with dark with concrete. We've got a little bit of concrete. We can try it out. We wouldn't be able to use the slabs, but I'm kind of wondering what it would look good. It helps if I can stay up there. Uh, Luma, welcome in. Good to see you. How's your Saturday going? We're trying to figure out what blocks we want to use on the ceilings inside here. I kind of like the dark. I kind of like the dark concrete. I think we'll have to do at least one of them fully dark. What is it about the slabs that you like? Is it the lights that you like? Or is it the stepped in here? It does open up a bigger view. I will say that. It doesn't feel as closed off. Well, it's a good different angle too, I guess. I'd have to bring it out a little bit more. I can't do that. I'd have to start it farther out. That's fine. Going well. Hope race is good. Saw your pancakes on Insta today. Looking forward to pudding again this year. Oh, nice. Yeah. I got to make that next week. I think I'm making it next week. I might make it on Sunday. I give it away as gifts, so I try to make it as close to the Christmas holiday as I can. Blast Jordan, 15 stream streak. That's awesome. Yeah, my work isn't done yet either. All right, we need more concrete. Surprise. I wanted to try something different in here. I don't remember what it was. The fence post? I wonder if that will keep them from moving around. I don't think they're going anywhere they're not supposed to go. I'm not picking them all up though. Oh, that's not good. Don't know if that is best. Japanese pancakes are the same as Americans, just that you fluff the egg whites before mixing the rest of the stuff, right? Yeah, as far as I know from the cooking videos that I've watched on TikTok, Japanese pancakes are way more precise. You fold the egg whites in kind of like meringue, and they're really thick. Like they're like an inch or two thick. They're like cakes. They're not flat. This will take a long time to take down if I don't like it, but I do feel like it's worth the effort to see what it looks like. Oh, nuts. Rain again. Jeez. Really hard to tell. Alright, I'll have to make a decision when it's not raining. Let's fix the one with the slabs. This is going to be easy to remove just because it's stone. Do I have enough slabs? Probably don't. Alright, let's start from the bottom, I guess. Right, so this would have to start with a slab. No, I'd want to start with a full block, I guess. I should probably just put a roof on this thing. That might not work. the other option would be to have it start lower. Oh, I don't like that either. Yeah, I think it has to come out by a block first. And then we can start the slabs here. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna fill this in. And then there'd be another slab here. And then full block there. And then slab here. And then full block. Now what does that look like with the lights? I feel like I'm screwing this up somehow. That's pretty cool. I don't know, maybe I prefer... Oh, that's only 2. We could extend that and move the lights out. I kind of like how chunky that looks. But we get a nice fan shape to the lights when they're like that. Is this actually correct? Yes, it is. It's just not done. Never thought we could do stairs too. See how that looks. Oh, haven't finished the end. It's not bad. I don't know. There's something about that that feels chunkier and better to me. The question is, do we go with the terracotta? Concrete or stone? Blast Jordan gifting a tier 1 sub to Blue Crow. Thanks very much, Blast. That's amazing. Cheers. Blue, you can now make sure that you continue your sub in the Discord. I'm waiting to see what this is going to look like at night too. And also, while we're messing around with nighttime lighting, I should get some, got frog lights, but I want some glass. I need some purple glass, and I need some orange glass. While we're trying to decide how we're going to light everything, we might as well start popping in a few different colors. Zuni, thanks. Yeah, they are, what are the shaders? Oh, wrong key. Complementary Reimagined. Currently in an older version, it's 5.5.1. I think there's a newer version, 5.6.1. I don't know whether there's anything newer than that, but I don't have the settings for 5.6.1, so we're using these ones for now. If we're going to keep the purple here, then I feel like having the orange in the background is better. I wish we could do red lights, but we don't have anything red. Although I say that, I guess I could put red glass in front of the ochre lights. Red glass in Minecraft is not it's very basic red. It's not a very warm red, very aggressive red. Dan Grice gifting a tier 1 sub to 5 folks out there. Silvery, Zendi Sabu, I hope I'm saying that right. Jeff D76, Shadow 332, and Lone Scarecrow. Thanks very much. Really appreciate that, Dan. And I believe that kicked off a hype train. And then Zuni jumped in with a Prime sub. Thanks very much for the Prime sub, Zuni. We're now on a level 3 hype train. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. Jump in with a Prime sub, tier 1 sub, or gift sub, or 100 bits. Thanks for the support, folks. Really appreciate it. I really like how dark that is. Yeah, that's a cool feeling. Definitely has a cleaner, lighter look. I definitely need the lights. I definitely want the lights. I don't know, folks. I'm leaning on the concrete. Although I do like being able to stick these little end rod lights in there too. Coming up on the end of that hype train. 2 minutes left. SweetSandi with 100 bits. Thanks very much, SweetSandi. Well, thanks, Zuni. Appreciate it. I'm glad you like the vibe. I guess we could do red concrete as well. Or redstone blocks. Decisions. I like those a lot too. But I don't like the slabs. That's out. We're not doing that. So I should change this one to reflect that. The slabs just don't seem to fit the aesthetic very well. The lighting feels weird. How did I do this other one? Right, 2 blocks from the bottom. So it goes 1 there. There. Right, and then this isn't here. That is the end of the hype train. Thanks very much, folks. Let's see what emote we got. I got, looks like a camera? A video camera? Some of the emotes that Twitch has been coming out with are not the most fun. Should make that the same as the other one we have now. It just sticks out a little bit farther, I think. Yeah. It's kind of a happy accident, but I like having this row of lights there. It's cool. I might try to keep that somehow. How far up did those go? I think I was going to drop this by 1. Remember. We've got 2 here. 2. So if I make this 5, 3, 4, 5. And I guess there would be something else on top of this as well. That's taller than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including that. feel like this needs more of supports. So I'd be cool with doing 7, but I would want to have another support thing underneath that. And I don't know if I'd want to make it out of andesite. I guess we could. Some white accents would be cool. I kind of want to use like some quartz or something. I'd say the smooth, probably the better way to go. And we need some polished andesite. This is the 3rd time it's rained in the first hour of the stream. This is just ridiculous. Of course, couldn't make it. So I'd want, this would be 6, 7, 8, maybe. Oh, was that all my stone? Crap. I need stone back. My favorite resource pack released a Christmas version and it turns the nether into a chocolate kingdom. Really, Silvery? Can you send a link for that? You've got a sub. You should be able to link in chat. That's hilarious. The MacCast subscribed at tier 1. MacCast. Holy crap. 90 months. Curly on an 87-month streak. 87, 90 months. Man, MacCast, great to see you. Hope you're well. Merry Christmas, my friend. Hope you're enjoying the Midwest. There is the resource pack. Let's just take a look at this real quick. I'm curious, especially if there's there we go. All right, like Chinese lantern. It's a weird creeper skin. Very cartoony, very non-Minecrafty. Not pixel art, it's all vector. Oh, I see. Honeycomb, chocolate. That's funny. I'm assuming that's quartz. It would be a really fun challenge to make a completely unique texture pack for Minecraft. That's fun. Thanks for sharing. I am so sick of the rain. Oh my gosh. Alright, I don't think I need many of those. So how did I do this? I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I like that height? I don't know. I don't know how wide this is. Maybe we'll just put one in the middle. There's going to be a lot of building and rebuilding, I think, as we sort out these next floors. That happened a lot outside, too. There might be too many of those. Yeah, that doesn't look quite the way that I wanted it to. Thinking a little bit too much like medieval buildings that need support, you know? Of course I missed one. And we would have room to put in those lights. I don't know. That just feels so bland and gray. I feel like we could do more here. So like over here, we could add another little bit of contrast by going out another block. So we want this to be 7. We could do 3 here, right? I'm just making up stuff off the top of my head. That's a little bit more interesting, I think. Yeah. Even more so if we could add lights underneath it. So what if we put stairs backwards? Stream is an hour. Thanks very much, Sandy. You should still be whitelisted, Mattcast. You may have to update to the right version of Minecraft. I mean, it's been, I think, a couple years since you've been on, so you might have to double check that. That's cool. Maybe not with frog lights, but I sort of like that idea. Wonder if we could make that a little bit higher. If we continued the stairs, but instead put the frog lights up here. Oh, then we get the light, but we don't get the frog light texture. I like that. That's cool. That goes up to here. That might be kind of high. I want to try to maximize our space in here. Although if we have depth in the floor, that's not going to be a bad thing. That's kind of a fun design. You do eventually see them. think we're going to go with gray concrete, you know? All right. Anyway, I need to step away for a short break. The coffee needs refilling. So give me about 6 or 8 minutes, folks. I'll be right back. All right. I don't know why my transition starts to skip these days. Yeah, I like that. I wonder, how high are we over here? You're at 87? Probably the same. It is. So I could go 1 block higher. I don't think that would hurt anything. I think we're going to commit to concrete on that side. See if we can get this to work. I think I have to start building up the inside walls too. It's kind of hard to imagine all this stuff just kind of floating in the air. Out of concrete. Surprise! Not surprise. Not the right one. Okay. More concrete required. Jack King. Hey Joel, new to Twitch, but listened to you and Pixel Riffs on Spawn Chunks while I was working, so I finally found you guys. That's awesome. Thanks very much. Welcome in. I'm glad you like the Spawn Chunks. We were just saying earlier that there will be new episodes of the Spawn Chunks on the 22nd and the 29th. We pre-recorded those. Oh, geez, sorry, I just banged my microphone stand. There will be pre-recorded episodes going out, and then Pixel Riffs and I are going to stream on Monday at noon my time. It is currently 1:30 my time, just so people want to do the math. We're going to be streaming in Shrouded. My first time in the game. He's been streaming a little bit extra in Shrouded, but I feel like it'll be fun to have the master of the Minecraft survival guide guide me through Shrouded. I think it'll be fun. That's one of the reasons I started streaming early today, is because I've got pre-scheduling stuff to do. I really need to, I want to get as much work done today as I can, so I can just be free as of tomorrow to just get ready for Christmas. I got presents I got to wrap. I got, you know, stuff like that I got to do. Stocking stuffers I still have to pick up. I'm going to finish decorating my Christmas tree. You're going to make candy, Sandy. That's awesome. I'm going to make my Christmas pudding too. And then document the whole thing on Instagram. I wonder if I had a way, if I didn't have to move everything into the living room, I guess, you know, I could probably, I wouldn't be able to use these good, nice cameras. But if I had a long enough cord, well, no. I'd have to use my phone. Say I could stream my pudding production live, but that would be like a first time attempting to stream it, plus first time attempting to stream from mobile. Like, it would be tricky. You know, that's something else I could probably turn down with my music controller, my sound controller, is eating noises. We could make the eating noises a lot quieter. Oh crap! That's exactly what I didn't want to do. We could even put these a little bit higher. No, I guess those are the middle, aren't they? And maybe just line them up. I wonder if these have to be all the way along. All right, so did that. No, I think it's better to see the whole thing lit up. I'm just wondering, there's not, I don't know if there's any light block that's just, I guess I could put them a little bit higher. I can't think about anything that's right height, because it would be fun to add in glass maybe. This is definitely where a Minecraft grappling hook would be very helpful. Or like super jump boots or something. What do I want? Glass. Purple glass. Purple glass and if I take this straight over from there, kind of at that height. If we go one higher, I feel like that starts to give us a little bit more room before we start to run into walls. We'd have a deeper room, so that's okay. Oh, I guess I should bring more frog lights, shouldn't I? Man, we're ripping through the rockets. And then this would be the top floor. Obviously, we need to put something behind the glass. That does kind of give like an extra line there. I like the look here, but I don't think it works well over here. I think the second way we did it is probably the better way. Yeah, even though you can see those as you get closer, you're probably not going to be looking up at them. I do prefer them deeper. Maybe we do it without the glass. If I remove the glass, maybe that'll... I mean, it'll be easier. Still choosing how to make some lights above the exits. Yeah, we're just putting... I just want to put like highlight and depth, right? But rather than just going straight up, I'm trying to think if there's a cooler way to do this. It'll also give me more depth in the walls here. think the higher frog lights without the glass. A good way to do it. And then we could also change the background here. That could be something not stone. So like this part here. Oh, that's the outside. See, this is the tricky part, right? I still haven't figured out how deep the outside wall is. Whoops. We do something like that. So it's still there, but it's not quite as noticeable. I mean, obviously the sun has come up now, so it's not quite as heavy. But I don't think I like the dark gray above it. I think I'd want to switch to a different color up there. I almost want to take the stone up all the way. That would give me more room to do some detail in the stonework. So if this was all stone, get the concrete back too. Still sort of have the same problem where it becomes this big wall of stone, but then we also have this spot here where somewhere down here there's a light, right? Right there. We could easily have that exposed. We could do slabs or something there too. I would have to figure out how many frog lights we need. We probably don't need that many. We could probably go with every other block. And this would go out farther. And then that is 5 blocks. So then we have that something in the middle. I think that could work too. All right, let's go with that for now. just to get this in and looking decent, I guess. Cool. I don't know about the supports underneath it. It just doesn't seem to fit. Thought it would, but no. Maybe we have to do like an entire row, like rather than doing little support arms or support blocks, maybe we just have to have like an entire slab row or something. Yeah, that's not staying. No. I'm not sure what it is today. My flight seems to be off somehow. Obviously, we'd have to break it up somehow. Yeah, I like the idea of the entrances being dark right up until the last minute. I think what we're going to do in the middle is going to be fairly bright and white. So I think that'll work out. All right, let's do another one with the bricks. I guess I should probably fix some of these little bits that are hanging on. Right, the inside needs to have some depth as well. I guess I could bring this outside wall up just a little bit higher. It's temporary. I haven't really decided if this is a design that I like, but I think if we have this go up as high as we go inside, and it'll help us just kind of wrap our heads around the space. I don't know why I'm talking in third person. So then we can finish this off, right? We can bring this all the way over to here and have like a cap on it. We'll do, have to drop down to do that. And then this could go on an angle. Probably more than that. Kind of get an idea about what's happening over there. See how that kind of finishes off. So we're obviously going to have another layer on the inside at least. So I really feel like this wall here is going to have to come in farther. We talked about that last time, I think. Yeah, that might have to go all the way up to the ceiling. At which point we probably wanted to come out one more. So you're out of the looped sci-fi district. There's a sci-fi zone. I have stuck my flag in the sand on this mushroom island. So this part's mine. And there are other biomes and stuff around. But yeah, there's a sci-fi zone. Currently, it kind of teleports you right to the middle of the base. So there's that. If more people want to build in a sci-fi area, then we'd have to find a more central spot, I guess, for people to teleport back and forth. Maybe that island would be a good one. So if all these came out and this got narrower by a block, this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would have worked if we didn't go out another block. I guess I could zigzag it out a little bit at the top here. Like when it gets to this section here, it could go out farther and up. Because this is already down like 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I wouldn't want it to get too much smaller than that because I already want to put elevator in here somehow. So I don't know where the middle is. That's the middle there. The elevator would go here. And even then, like, I think these elevators are only going to go to the next floor, and then we'll have to come up with another way to get up to the higher floors. But if we put, if these were honey blocks, and this was a water column, then it would be hidden. Like, you wouldn't be able to see it from the outside if that was the inside wall. But this is probably going to get covered in, so we have lots of room. Figure this out. That might be an issue, but we could figure that out as well. What would that even look like? Honey blocks, we'd probably want to cover those up. I guess I could stick out a little bit more. I don't know. Yeah, I like the concrete better. I do like those lights though. We'll put those in there. We could also just not have frog lights in there. We could have end rods go right across there, and they would be harder to see, which could be cool. One of the things I said I didn't want to do was I didn't want to make this all bright and light and white inside, so I think we've definitely achieved that. If we're going to go with this dark concrete to the ceiling. Zuni, lurk is just a way to let folks know that you are here on the regular, but you may not always be in Twitch chat. So some people do the dishes and watch the stream. Some people like to tune in when they're at work, and they can't necessarily engage with the stream, but they want to have it on in the background, or they just want to support me and, you know, have the viewer there, but then maybe they're in a meeting and they can't really participate. So lurking is just a way of letting myself and the other friends that you've got in chat that you're not there. Like you're watching, but you're not actually able to respond. Good example for me is like when I raid somebody at the end of my stream, I often leave a lurk because I need to go. Like I usually have to go do other things, and then that way I stay on as a viewer for that raid, and I don't leave right away. And I'd encourage people to do that too. Like if you're going along with one of my raids, but you need to step away because you've been hanging out with me for 2 or 3 hours, then leave a lurk in the new person's stream, and that way when we raid with, like, I don't know, we got 38 people in here now. Like if I sent 38 of you on to somebody new, then that you would stay as far as your account goes, and then you just kind of mess off and, you know, go grab lunch or like do whatever it is that you wanted to do. Are we really out of concrete again? Oh my gosh. We are chewing through concrete. I guess I did put up those walls, didn't I? What do I not need? I don't need this quartz. I don't know why these are not. Oh, those are the 40 things. Where did those come from? Don't remember breaking those. That one? That's the one we're working on. Yeah, I definitely need to make sure we get some windows in these spaces, because it is cool. Nope. Lurk command doesn't give me any kind of credits. It's not like it. Yeah, you gain the channel points. That's a good point, Sandy. Like while you're watching, you can gain channel points. Now, I don't do anything crazy with the channel points on my Twitch chat, because I find that a lot of times channels just use them as like disruptors, and I don't want to do that. But you can use them to use an emote if you don't have a sub. Most of my regulars have subs though. You also can use channel points to highlight a message. Like if you had a question, or if you answered one of my questions but I missed it in chat, you can always use a highlighted message to re-answer. And I usually see the highlighted messages because my mods use a highlighted message to like let me know it's break time, or let me know my camera is frozen, or stuff like that, right? Or sometimes if I miss a sub, if I'm deep in thought and I miss something, then the mods will use a highlighted message for that kind of thing. So I appreciate people not abusing it. We've had some people come in before that just use the highlighted message for everything they said, and at that point I just end up ignoring that person. So there is that, but most of the time it's a pretty chill space. Most people kind of get the vibe. Now, does this have to be? I think this has to be just another block. That's when we start the stairs. Maggie SGIS? I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. Hello, welcome in. How'd you find the stream? What does an impatient bowl of water say to the noodles? You done? Nice blast. Yeah, that's right. So then we had 2 more blocks of concrete on the inside track. Maybe we don't need to. Then we had stone stairs. Here is where we could get maybe creative with it and have end rods. And oh, we'd still need something back here. So I guess this still has to have concrete. Oh, I don't know which way to put them. Wonder what this would look like if it was tough. Just out of curiosity. Probably not as good, but. And then do we need these every space or maybe like every other space? If we use these lights the other way, we could use them in the same way that we did over there. That's more interesting, I think. I think that's more interesting than seeing just a big row of frog lights. Did Maggie say how they found the stream? No. So again, it's a little bit more interesting with the tuff back there, hey? I think it's a little bit more detail, but it doesn't like slam you in the face. Cool. Okay. Definitely making some progress. Stream is at 2 hours, says Sandy. More break is needed. You're right. You're right. Okay. Let's need more concrete. I'll make the concrete powder first, and then I'll do that when we get back. We just need to make a whole bunch of gray dye. Oh, that's where the white dye went. I thought I made white dye last time. Seeing as we're using so much of it. Okay, cool. I need to step away for a brief break. I will be back in 6 or 8 minutes. Be sure to share the stream with a friend if you want. It's a great way to grow the channel. And if you're watching this later on Joel Duggan VODs, then maybe like and subscribe on YouTube. I will see you in just a bit. Okay. So we've got that part built up. Maybe we need to straighten those out. And what if I put them in the same place as I have the other ones? I think it's starting with one in the middle and there's a space of 2 between each one. So there's one there, and then what do we do? Do we do that maybe? Oh, that doesn't have the same effect. Yeah, don't like the shadows. That's fine. We can just do it this way. Yeah, that might work. We just have to build things up on the inside. And if that, we put those up high. Those are only on the second thing right now. So we'd have to make these slabs. 1, 2, 3. That would make sense. Do I have slabs? No. And then I guess we do one more. I find that with this stuff, it's all about the layers. I really want to have some more depth, which is not something I was able to do a lot of. I had depth on interiors, I guess, in West Hill, but here, not the same. That's pretty good. We'll just repeat that. Oh, come on. Keep on forgetting that you can stand on end rods. McScrewGunn with the tier 1 sub, 56 months. Thanks very much. They are new glasses, yes. Well, to you. You haven't been here in a little bit, but yeah, they're new glasses in the last month. I have more coming. I've got a pair of the same that I had before coming as well. The clear acetate ones. The one thing I regret not getting is a really light pair. Not like color, but like weight-wise. But I do find after a while these are a little heavy. For an 85, we need to go up to 87. And this is where we could get, I guess, a little bit more interesting. I'm going to take this one down, I think. Poof is rating with a party of 188. Holy crap. Thanks so much. Welcome in, folks. Let me just get over here and grab some stuff. Oh, need more than that. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks very much. What were you up to on stream today? AJ Ballistic, hello. Maurice's Pieces. Hoof was playing Minecraft. What were you doing in Minecraft today? That's awesome. Let me just jump onto the camera mod here and we'll take a spin out and you guys can see what we're working on. Where's the best vantage point? I guess probably north. So we're on a giant mushroom island and we're working on a sci-fi base. And it's just little. Hey, you're that one guy from that one podcast. I am that one guy from those two podcasts. But yes, Spawn Chunks and the Citadel Cafe are the two podcasts I do. Working away on a bit of a hardcore challenge, says Hoof. Greek vibe castle, a bit like the Meteora monasteries, if that says anything. I'm not familiar, but I think some people in the chat could probably look it up on Google if they want. AJ, thanks. Yeah. It's big. There's a lot of stuff. So the idea is that we have this entire mushroom island to ourselves to make a sci-fi zone. And what's cool about that is that we don't have to light it up. It can be very dark because no mobs are going to spawn outside of these annoying mushroom cows. But it took us a while to kind of establish this design. And here's the concept art for it, which was not my concept art. This is just an artist I found online. And so you can sort of see the inspiration for it. We kind of took some creative liberties with it and made it a little bit longer. It didn't quite work the way that I wanted it to in Minecraft angles, you know. It was also just hard to, we had to build it so big to get the angle right that we've just sort of had to kind of make some concessions. So we're not done on the outside. We don't know quite we don't know what's happening in the middle. We don't know what's happening over here, but these end parts are done. So, and I can fly around and show you. So if you come into this section here, the idea is that when you walk in, this is kind of meant to be like a big bay door. We're working right now on these sections, trying to figure out what they're going to look like. There's going to be floors up here, and these hollow wings are going to have some cool stuff going on, like storage rooms and villager trading and things like that. And then here in the middle, I think we're going to dig this down, much like anything that you've seen in Star Wars, where there's like a cool energy pit. And then I'm going to somehow rig up some motion or lighting or something in this center column. And this is actually going to be a little bit higher. So you're not going to be able to see necessarily the way that this looks right on. You'll be able to see these ones. But this, I think, is going to be some sort of power core in the middle. And it might kind of like touch the ceiling. I don't know. We haven't established where the roof is going to be yet. There is another floor. At least the top floor we want to be at this level. Now, that doesn't mean that the center here can't be a little bit lower. But here in the middle, or here on these floors, we want the floor up here, obviously just temporarily dirt, to be even here so that you can look out and see all the other buildings that we will eventually make in the area. That's the plan. Thanks. I've never built in this style before, AJ. I'm just kind of doing my own thing. I spent the last 5 years working on a medieval build, and that took a long time to finish. There's a tour up on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube for folks that might be interested. So once again, thanks very much, folks, for coming in with the Hoof Raid. I do stream and podcast full time, so if you're enjoying this, then I would really appreciate a follow. You can also check out the Spawn Chunks podcast. It's all about Minecraft. It's on your favorite podcasting app. There's a video version on YouTube. You can also check out the Citadel Cafe. Episode 500 of the Citadel Cafe should be coming out this coming week. We talked about our favorite nostalgia watches, and we also talked about our top 3 things that we've watched or read or played in 2025. I need to put a light in this concrete maker. Very dark over here. Oh, wow. No longer dark over here. That'll do. Oh, you know what? This is gonna... Oh, no. We're not gonna do that. Hold on. I'm not gonna do that to you. That was a bad idea. Okay, can't be that one, can't be that one. Maybe we'll put it underneath. We'll put it down here. There we go. Immediately regrets. This whole storage area is a bit of a mess too. That's better. You didn't see the change in the West Hill command? Nice. Oh, good. Yeah. Yep. How did you spawn? I guess I've been working through the night. I'll solve that problem. Yeah, I do like the little groove there. We might not make it a full block like that. We might make it like a stair. I think that's pretty good. I've got some andesite now. Finish this up. It's still flying around? Wow. Oh no. That's too low. Whoops. I forgot about that. I went up by an extra block. I guess we do need to make at least a little bit of an overhang. Yeah, I feel like this needs to have some sort of light underneath it as well. Don't know how we do that yet. That's not bad, having the extra support in the corner. I think this light's probably going to go because I feel like, where did I do it? And yeah, over here. That. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, at some point up here, I think we need to bend a little bit. Maybe we'll get some stairs and diorite. That's probably what we're going to need. I need to flag my storage room because I can't tell from the ground which way it is. Maybe we'll just do like a little indicator. Storage. Fly towards light. Stairs. What I would like to have happen is, yeah, this is going to go. And maybe something like that. Oh, but that part though. Because then what I would like to do is also have this closed off. Oh, crap. We'd have a little bit more room to do some designs and stuff in here. Get the elevator in there. If I put that elevator in there now, I wonder where it would go. The water column would be back here. And it has to be soul sand. Two honey blocks. I don't think that's going to affect the outside. It might. Better together with Seth. Hello. Did you come in with the raid? Hey, Danny. What's up? Really like how the end rods offer a visual break in the build. Thanks. Yeah, that's the idea. Is that we did it outside here as well too. So like if we come out here, we did it out here. They look really good here because they're just the right angle that you can see them. We have these little lights in the top part there too. We might end up changing how those go, but without it, it's very plain. But with them, I think it's a lot more interesting. And I think what I like about the end rods as well is the neutral color of them. Oh crap! I fell in the hole. And I like this detail of being able to see the squares of the tuff from the light from the end rod. That's a backwards stare, by the way, for people that are wondering. I don't want this to be I don't want that to be diorite. I want it to be something else. So it has to be something without a separated texture, some sort of connected texture, I think has to be what happens there. So if that goes there like that, these would be, oh, this will be on the inside, I think. It'll be okay. I have to go up here, don't I? See, let's do a test. Oh, this is going to be really tight. That's going to put that outside. I don't want that. Okay, that has to be farther in. We can't put this here. We have to put this here. Right? Has to go there. I put it in the wrong spot anyway. That'll be water, and then I don't know what that's going to be. Backside doesn't matter. A lot of work to put these in temporarily, but I think it's worth it to try to plan around them. It's not nearly as tall as the first one we made. And then I guess I need to also put in the backside. This might not stay tough, but it's easy to remove if we get it wrong, so that's what we're doing. Cool. So now I just need to do water. And I guess I'll do that from the top. Closest water. Should have brought 2 buckets and just made a source, but oh well. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the honey block sounds either. I know what you mean. It's gonna be weird having this show up in the middle of the walkway. So that's a little bit odd. Maybe I'll have to put it out farther. And now I need some... I'm really glad I put that in. I need some greenery. That was over here. I don't remember where I put all that stuff. Next to the bone meal. Ha! Where is... There it is. If I didn't have to have the beacon always showing, I would definitely have speed boost around. I don't know if I want these beacon beams everywhere. That work? No. Oh, there we go. Aha. So it's up and down, which is nice. So I have to get rid of this. Maybe it has to go up a little bit taller. Yeah. Oh, no, that doesn't work either. Yeah, it's not a lot of room here. I don't know about that. We'll have to put it deeper into the wall, I think. We'll try it. Well, I mean, we can do it 4 more times and just figure out which design works the best, right? Down is a little slow. And slimy. Cool. I drink. Hello. What happened to my old base? Westo? The medieval castle? Oh, it's done. There's a VOD. You can watch it on YouTube. I did a tour with Pixelriffs. If you want a really quick overview, actually, like super quick, there's a couple of shorts. There's also on TikTok. You can find it pinned right at the top of my TikTok page. It's just Joel Duggan on TikTok. You can see like a quick spin around of the whole city. Or a wall in that spot. Oh, yeah. A wall that wouldn't take over the hitbox, I guess. Yeah, we'll have to figure it out. I like the fact that when you do come up, it just kind of sort of tosses you a little bit. I feel like that's good. Water columns are fun little elytra launchers too. So there's that. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to push that in. I think what's gonna end up happening is that's gonna have to be deeper into the wall, and that's gonna change how we design the outside. But I don't know, it might be fun to see the yellow, right? Having this column on the outside, it might be cool to see the yellow elevator. It might be a fun color accent to have outside the base. I don't know. I think coming out 2 is all we really need. I don't know if I did need to go out 3. 2 is probably good. At least for now. I can just bring this back here for the extra width. I never thought it could be some really fun flavor to put some sci-fi concept art or sci-fi pixel art on my like axe and pickaxe and stuff like that. So rather than just a netherite pickaxe, like maybe I could make it look more sci-fi somehow. I didn't do that at all with West Hill because I mean everything sort of fit, right? I think it's pretty good. You explained the wild coordinates. Oh yeah, here. I guess I should, for folks that don't know, if coming in with that raid, if you're new to my streams and my server and stuff, the Citadel has a bunch of different zones on it, and so this is the sci-fi zone. And if we zoom out, you'll see like we are very much alone, way out here in space. But if we go back down here, there's the medieval area, and that's West Hill. That's the town that took me 5 years to build. And then if you go even farther, you'll eventually hit Spawn. So there's Spawn Town, and then Cosmic Dancers area, and then that's Alistair's Avalon area, and Steven's area is up here. So some people didn't go very far, but then there's also a modern city. So we've got like a proper city started as well. They're all just kind of like works in progress. I think the Westhill is the only thing that's been completely finished. And then we've got like, you know, a mining desert, stuff like that. But it's all through command blocks, just because that way your castle and your sci-fi build aren't like next door neighbors. So we just kind of use this teleportation system. And now on this side, it's a little bit more thematic. Like we've got these air quotes portals that will take you to where you want to go. So like if I go over here to the medieval portal, I won't go all the way to West Hill, but you'll at least get to see kind of like the thematic landing zone. So this is a portal that takes you to the medieval area, and then you end up in a little fort here, right? And if you continue south from here along the path, then you go into the build. And then to get back, you just do that. What I would like to do in the sci-fi area is have it not be instant. I want to use some redstone and some note blocks, and I'm going to move that particular location. I mean, right now it's spawning in the middle of my base because I'm the only one building out there. But I think it would be really cool if when you press this button wherever you are, if you were standing on something that looked like a teleporter pad from Star Trek, right? And then like lights started to blink, and then some note blocks that you can't see started to like rev up and make noise, and then like after like a 10-second delay you were then teleported. I think that would have more of a fun vibe to it, right? Did Alistair do some tours? Yes, there is a tour of the server that Alistair and I did, but that's like 2 years. No, it's got to be longer than that. I think West Hill was in progress. We did everything but West Hill on the tour. There's probably a command, I think. And server's 8 years old, yeah. All right, I'm starting to get a feeling for how this is going to look inside here, and I like it. I like these. I like this kind of like tier, how it sort of like points. It's not quite a dome, but it's sort of like it starts to look like one a little bit. Obviously, this is incorrect. I think these are the only two that I've got the right colors. It's so weird how that casts a shadow through the atmospheric perspective. It's such a strange thing. I guess it's maybe haze from the sunlight. Yeah, that feels a little bit flimsy. But it's not bad. I mean, I think the important thing is that you're not always going to be walking over here and then looking like underneath it. Chances are you're going to be walking over here, and all you're going to see is just what's in your peripheral, right? Yeah, I think this sticks out a little bit far, but because of the walkway, we'll probably want to put it into the wall a little bit more. And outside, this is going to be covered over. So we've got lots of room on this level. Like we can make this as thick as we want. It's this that I'm a little concerned about. we might have to make that protrude a little bit more. This was all just temporary anyway, so. I do kind of like that. I mean, these are brighter. We can always do this with maps too. That's the other thing. I might have to take some time and do some map art in the end. We don't have a designated space for that. I'd have to do it far enough away from the end island that you can't see it, but then not so far away that it gets reset when we reset the outer coordinates. I'm really hesitant to do map art in the end right now because if there's an end update at all for Mojang, then we might end up having to redo it because it's a lot of stuff to place. Glowing item frame. Yes. Do maps glow in glowing items frame? I guess in glowing item frames we could put frog lights like actually mounted in the frame. Where did I put them? Well, the frog lights are going to glow with the texture pack anyway. The glowing item frames don't seem to do a heck of a lot. The other thing we can do is glow ink on signs too, right? But I don't know what I would put in there. I feel like the dark oak signs or shelves are going to be too dark. Not a bad guess. Uh-oh. That was a weird glitch. I mean, the dark oak almost disappears. Shelves with light blocks on them make ideal progress bars. Yeah, sort of. I mean, it's hard with no roof because we get a lot more light in here than we normally would. I mean, that's not terrible. Especially if we didn't have it every block. Like if we had just a few lined up. I also wanted to do a lot with signs and glow ink. I think that could be fun too. Do I have any of those kicking around? I guess we could use dark oak signs. Yeah. Can't remember which one looked the best. I think it was orange. Okay, my inventory is an absolute disaster. Oh, I was so close. Oh, I get all the way over here and I forgot the glow ink. Hold on. Oh, am I out of rockets? Oh, it's a good thing we have an elevator, folks. Smart Joel is smart. I mean, it's not bad. I have other rockets somewhere outside the base, but I was not paying attention. Oh, blink. And I don't know what we could use for a symbol. What's a good character? Good character I can just copy and paste. Large squares, maybe. Get rid of that one, and then just do that. Kind of a cool detail as well. Unfortunately, after a certain point, things on shelves and things on signs disappear. I might have to get a mod to see if I can keep those rendered in. And they also strobe. Like as you move around, they kind of like, these kind of flash and do a weird flicker thing, whereas these stay pretty consistent. I feel like the signs, this technique with the signs and the glow ink is a really cool idea for, I would say, details when you're already in the room. I think that would be a cool way to do that. Right? So like if we were over here and we were doing something in like this space and we wanted something back here, for details, you know. I feel like this is a good way to do that. Even if it's just white. Or black. And that looks cool too, right? See, then you're never going to be far enough away that it doesn't render in. Because you're in the room. So for like computer consoles and like different sci-fi track lighting and stuff like that, I think it'd be pretty cool. I have to remember that about the black. That's actually kind of cool looking. Very dark saber from Star Wars. And the white isn't obnoxious, so this is cool too because this isn't going to like blow your retinas out in the same way that that's super bright. And if we had that back farther, I don't know where a slab comes in here. That's a little bit far back, right? So like it's not quite there. I mean, if you had the whole sign done, right? I guess we did this too. And then it just sort of looks like, you know, background power or something like that. I want to do some stuff with maps too. Hello, Nadila here with a gift sub bomb going out with 5 that went out to Hoof, Miss Ma'am 87, Pre-Octs, I hope I'm saying that right, Norm Soms, and B Sultan. Thanks ever so much for the gift sub bomb. I really appreciate it. If you've got a sub, you can now connect your Discord and your Twitch and join the Joel Duggan Discord. Hang out in between streams. Lots of cool people to talk to. Lots of cool stuff to share. You can join the Minecraft channel. It's all in there. It's also where I record the Citadel Cafe live for folks that want to check that out on. I think we're going to try to move it to earlier in the month, but yeah. Episode 500 is coming out soon. And again, Nadila, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Right on, folks. I think that's where I'm going to wrap things up. I need to get a lot done today, so I need to go. That's why I started early. And let's just see who's live here on Twitch. Usually there's some folks streaming some Minecraft on a Saturday. Sliced Lime. Short Zelda. False Symmetry. Rendog. Any preferences? False? Rendog? Slice Lime? Let me know. Let me know in stream which you would prefer. Cool. So this is kind of where we're leaving things. Obviously, I've got a little bit of experimentation going there, but I quite like the darker undersides. I think we really need to figure out what color. Like, I feel like this whole section, right from there all the way around to there, needs to be the same color, and I don't think it's going to be white. I think I'd like to have that be something else. Don't think I want it to have. I want it to be connected, so it might have to be concrete, or it might. Maybe we'll just continue with the terracotta. Maybe it's going to be the cyan terracotta. I feel like if we have that as like the backdrop, we could add like little accents on top of it. And that could work out quite well. And if it's darker, then these lights are going to show up a little bit better too. So anyway, let's send you all over to Rendog because they're streaming from Hermitcraft. Looks like it's their last stream of 2025. it is not my last stream of 2025. I will be back on Monday with Pixel Riffs. We're going to be co-streaming some Enshrouded instead of doing the Spawn Chunks on Monday. We've already pre-recorded those days, so we're just going to hang out on Monday, have a little bit of a holiday break, and then that will probably be my last stream before Christmas, unless I stream on Tuesday. So I've got a lot to do, so that might not happen. You can, of course, check me out on social media, Joel Duggan, very easy to find. Joel Duggan on TikTok, Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube to watch VODs of all the streams that I do. And of course, the Spawn Chunks is on your favorite podcasting app, as well as on YouTube. So is the Citadel Cafe. And those are all coming out with new episodes in the next week. So check them out. Thanks ever so much for the fantastic raid, Hoof. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody that supported today with gift subs and subs. That's super kind of you. If you did get a gift sub, make sure you connect your Discord and your Twitch and join the Joel Duggan Discord. I would very much appreciate it. I'm sure you will enjoy your time in there. And a big shout out and thank you to Sandy for moderating this week. I really appreciate it all. And I will see you folks Monday. Bye for now.